What up, those sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of AwwDacity Sports. It's your boy J2DaR, and we're back with your favorite co-host, Miss NikkiC.
What up, y'all?
And we back to give you guys these quick hot topics. But before we start, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share this out with all your families and friends. 2025. Let's go ahead and grow these subscriptions, man. Please hit that like button, share it out with everybody. And let's see how much growth we can do in 2025. Let's go, y'all. What's next? What's first on the topics?
All right, so our first topic is the Lions win and they clinched the number 1 seed in the playoffs and a first round bye.
Yes! Yeah!
Them boys
it's about time.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. There's a lot to unpack here, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. Here's the one thing I wanna address real quick. For all the folks that said, hey, we ain't gonna beat Minnesota because we got too many injuries. What happened? Yep. Only person who might have been right might have been Rex Ryan, which was, does Detroit need this bye week more than Minnesota? Absolutely.
Yes.
Because our bye week happened in week 5. You know what happened in week 5? That was the start of the bye weeks for all teams in the NFL.
Right.
We was in that first pool of groups. Minnesota didn't have their bye week till later on in the season. So therefore, you know what? Rex is right. But you know who else is wrong? Everybody else. Let's go ahead and start from the top. Darren Orlovsky, wrong. Wrong. Trash. Anyway, right? What's your boy? What's your boy? D. Woody, wrong. He picked against us. What's your other boy that's on there too? Bart Scott. He went against us. Wrong. And he from Detroit. What's wrong with this dude?
I tripped on that. I was like, really, Bart?
I understand you played for the Jets, but dog, you from Detroit. You from the city. But then this is what makes it so great about this victory for me. Right? We supposed to be so battered and bruised, and we only have one person came back. We have Alex come back, a.k.a. Thor. My man, Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Thor come back. It kind of changes the kind of rush game a little bit, because we went on pretty much full-blown on blitzes. We blitzed 13 times that game. Right? And Aaron Glenn wasn't scared to dial him up. But with Thor coming back, it made us more fierce. The defense we weren't scared of, underneath plays from tight ends.
Right. Because
we knew that all we had to do was stop Justin Jefferson. And Emmerich was in charge of that, and he done that.
He shut him down.
Emmerich was on top of my dog like on rice. Jay Jetty wasn't going nowhere. But then again, we still supposed to be so hurt because, again, we ain't got Hutch. Well, guess what? We still got that win. We got that first round bye. And for everybody that was hating, man, shut up. Just shut up now. Mm-hmm. Just expect us to do what we're going to do. If Dan Campbell does not win Coach of the Year, it will be a crying shame. Time to put some respect on this man's name. Because, again, you can't give it to Minnesota because we just beat them. We swept them. Mm-hmm. Can't give it to Kevin O'Connell because we swept them. Now we're 15-2. So, what more does Dan have to prove? Hell, my man should win GM of the Year. Brad should win GM of the Year because, again, how he drafted the past 2 years. Everything he's done has worked out for us. To the point where we got a first round bye. When was the last time Detroit had a first round bye? 91?
Yep.
Maybe? 91? But then, again, defense is supposed to be so hurt. How about Minnesota was in the red zone four times.
4 times.
And could not get in to score. Minnesota ended with 9 points. What's that, 3 field goals?
Yep.
Because we know they didn't get a safety. We know our quarterback didn't run out of the back of the end zone like Dan Orlovsky did. To give up 2 points. Yeah, I'm coming at you, Dan, man, because you got the audacity to come up there with the Detroit shirt on, man, on Get Up.
Oh, yeah, he had his Detroit sweater on.
But then you still want to
Monday.
disrespect us, man, and not root for the squad, so I'm confused.
Oh, he had all accolades yesterday.
So I'm really not feeling that. So look at these numbers. Sam Darnold, who was supposed to have been so hot, 14-2 Minnesota when they came and beat us, right? Even though we beat them already. Sam Darnold went 18 for 41, 166 yards, averaged 9.2 yards per throw, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 2 sacks, with a QB rating of 55.5.
He's been exposed.
Uh-oh. Now, again, this may be just one game because, again, they played us. Because we are definitely built different. We're not built like any other team. Like Dan said, we're going to come at kneecaps, we're going to drag you down in these deep waters to see if you can really swim. I thought he was just tripping. But apparently my man was really on to something. Look at the rushing attack. Cam Akers, 6 attempts, 65 yards. Aaron Jones, who almost won them the game last time we played them, right? He had 10 attempts for 45 yards. They go to wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, 9 targets, 3 receptions, 54 yards. Yo, Emmerich!
Shut him down.
Shout out to Emmerich.
He shut him down.
Naylor, 4 targets, 3 receptions, 53 yards. Aaron Jones, 6 targets, 5 receptions, 30 yards. TJ Hawkinson, 8 targets, 2 receptions, 9 yards. Nobody scored. Complete shutdown.
Yeah, because Sam was overthrowing a lot of his receivers.
Because Aaron Glenn was bringing that pressure. Aaron Glenn said, hey, let me see if pressure really bust pipes. And they showed enough busted a bunch of them over to Minnesota. But let's look at the other side of the ball. Let's look at what my boy Jared did. Jared went 27 for 33, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, and finished with a QB rating of 80.7. Jahmyr Gibbs, who happened to be the star of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
23 attempts, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then he scored another 4th touchdown as a receiver. Like, yo, Sun God got 7 targets, caught 6 for 77. Sam went 7 for 7 for 63. J-Mo 8 for 6 for 34. It was a complete and balanced game. We finally got a sack from Za'Darius Smith, which is like totally awesome, right on time. So he gets his first one right as we get this bye week. So I can't wait to see who we play in the next round in the playoffs. Whoever it is, they got to come to Detroit. They got to come see us. We are not going on the road for none of these playoffs games. So what is safe to say, again, the road to get through to get to the Super Bowl goes through Detroit so far.
Yeah.
All roads lead to us, guys. So let's keep this momentum going. What's next on the topics?
All right, so now let's get to Black Monday and see who got it right so far. Ooh. So we're going to go down the list.
Okay, hit me with it.
First, Jags fires head coach but keeps the GM.
Wait, stop right there. They fired Doug Peterson but kept the GM?
But kept the GM.
What sense does that make if you're going to fire Doug Peterson, you take the GM too? The GM is the one who... All right, okay, keep going.
All right. Jared Mayo fired in the first season after going 4-13.
Gerard Mayo?
Gerard.
Okay, the black coach from New England.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't like that.
All right. Cincinnati fires defensive coordinator.
Okay.
And then the Raiders owner said, let me sleep on it.
Oh, and he slept on it all right. He damn sure slept on it.
He said, let me sleep on it. Giants keep their head coach and GM, but the owner said he wants to see changes. And the Titans fire their GM, who had a top 5 draft class this year. Oh, that's the brother that's the GM.
Yeah, okay. So we know for a fact the Titans got it wrong. Let's start there. We're gonna go reverse up.
Okay.
Let's go reverse up. So the Titans got it wrong. top 5, maybe even top 3 draft class this year for Tennessee. So for them to fire the GM might be the wrong. I mean, I know I've been asking for GMs to be fired, but that's not the wrong.
But they let King Henry go to Baltimore.
Well, that's not. Well, that's just not on the GM. Yes, that's on the GM.
Yeah, that's on the
right?
GM too.
But did he replace it? And it wasn't just did he replace it. Derrick Henry is a hard thing to replace.
Yeah, it's
right?
a hard piece to replace.
But on the defensive side of the ball, he drafted well. Top 5, top 3, right? He should be able to retain his rights to draft. It's not his fault that he had, and probably the coach, wanted to keep Will Levis. And the coach before him wanted Will Levis. They got him. He probably didn't want that trash. Mr. Mayo. The dude who put the mayo in the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
That dude. I don't want that dude as my quarterback. I don't trust anybody who's put mayo in coffee. Where you get that weird shit from? Yeah. Right. You see Nikki over here messing with me, y'all. It is all her fault. If y'all can see what's going on behind this camera, it's all her, right? So the GM should not be fired. I think wherever he lands next, because there's a few GM spots that's open. Right? The one that should be open is Jacksonville, but somehow they got it wrong, but whatever. So, Tennessee blew it. They should have fired, should have got rid of the interim coach, should have kept the GM, let them do a whole new coaching search, start all over, because they are going to definitely draft a quarterback, and it wasn't his fault. He was stuck with Will Levis. Right? What was behind that one? What was the one before that one?
Giants keep their head coach and GM.
Both they monkey asses should have been fired. It's been over 5 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and let it fly.
I was like, why are they keeping them? Because they let Saquon Barkley go.
That's exactly it. Now, if you're firing the Tennessee Titans GM for letting go of it wasn't even letting go because Derrick Henry's a little bit aging and they didn't think he was going to put up the numbers he did. Okay, and he kind of showed them wrong. Fine. Derrick Henry is a different dude. But then the damn Giants invested in trash and said, we're going to pay Daniel Jones.
Yeah, they want to pay
not Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
We seen the owner say, I'm not going to be able to sleep if Saquon goes to the Eagles or another team inside the division.
Well, wake up, because your ass
get up
and sleep. Get up.
Get up. Because that's exactly what it went. And guess what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Saquon goes off to have a career to the point where he rushed for over 2,000 yards this season and could have broke Eric Dickerson's rushing title this season, but the Eagles head coach decided not to let that happen. 2,000 yards. Just think about that. This is something that we're never ever going to see again. It's so hard to do that. I always keep saying 1,000 yards is hard to do. Imagine 2,000 yards. We're talking about only 101 yards away from Eric Dickerson touchdown. Rushing for the season. It's difficult. So the Giants completely foolbarred it and got it wrong. If they're keeping these two knuckleheads, well, guess what, John Mayer? You gonna be on no-dose and coffee because you really don't want to sleep, do you? Or else you're going to be on Ambien the entire time, and you're going to go to sleep the entire 51st season of the New York Giants or whatever the hell it was. 101st season, 51st season, whatever it was. So, what was behind them?
Raiders owner said, let me sleep on it.
Whew. Okay, Mark Davis, you a cold man. You a cold dude. Mark Davis said, Antonio Pierce, I brought you in last season because you did a good job at the season before.
Of the season, yeah.
Season before. Brought back the Raiders culture got them smoking cigars in the doggone locker room after every win. But then they went 4-13 this season. And they also traded Devontae Adams, and they also had no Derek Carr.
Yep.
We know they got what's his name? Gardner Minshew for a quarterback. Aiden O'Connell as a quarterback. Two bums, two trash. Right? And they expected Antonio Pierce to do something with that. Well, guess what? Mark Davis slept on it and woke up this morning and said, "You fired."
Oh, that's the update?
You fired. You fired. That was the update. Yep, that was the exact update. You fired. And I'm like, yo. So, do I feel it was wrong that that Antonio Pierce got fired after his first season? There's starting to be another trend. It's starting to be trendy again. Because I've known other coaches that were... Hold on. The Patriots got it wrong too. Gerard Mayo was supposed to be an heir apparent to the coach, Bill Parcells. Not Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick. He was supposed to be an heir apparent to him. Former player under Bill Belichick. He goes 4-13. Guess what happened in his first season? Fired too. See the trend?
Yep.
What was the record for the Tennessee, again, head coach? 4-13, right?
Yep.
But they fired a GM who happened to be black. Looking kind of fishy. Looking kind of suspectish. But hey.
It's sus.
So
I've been sussing a lot of these firings.
What was behind that?
What?
Behind the Gerard Mayo.
So that one was behind that one was Cincinnati fires defensive coordinator.
I'm okay with that because again, they defensive sucks. They can't never get it right. Yeah, even though Trey Hendrickson leads the league in sacks, but they give up too many last second games, and a lot of their games that they lost were by a touchdown or less. So generally, when that happens, that falls on the defensive coordinator. So righteous firing. What was behind that?
Gerard Mayo.
I just talked about that one, and then what was that first one?
Jags fire head coach, but keep the GM.
All right, now let's talk about this. The Jacksonville Jaguars, right, are completely, I don't know what they're doing. Firing Doug Peterson makes sense. But if you're going to fire Doug Peterson, you take the GM with you, and here's why. Do I got on that list on there, the show list about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their coaching list?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that for that topic, but Jacksonville absolutely got it wrong. If you take Doug Peterson out, you take the GM with you. That's generally how I go. I mean, look what the Jets did with Robert Saleh. They got rid of the GM, right? Oh, and then without saying it, Jerry Jones said, hey, Mike McCarthy is out on Black Friday too.
And he said it's not healthy to keep somebody somewhere where they feel that they're not wanted.
He said, go ahead and test that other side of the street if you want to.
The waters.
But here's the thing. My man contract doesn't. Next topic.
Bears asked to speak with Mike McCarthy, but didn't Jerry say that's his guy?
See what I'm saying? I was just going to speak on it and look at it. Look, divine intervention. That's what that is.
Jerry
said, hey, that's my dude. We're bringing him back. The players want him back. I am sticking with Mike McCarthy. We're not firing Mike McCarthy, right?
But now he's singing some other tune.
But Mike McCarthy contract expires this year, so they got a week to get that done. But then he just threatened his man like, hey, if you go seek a job somewhere else, you really ain't coming back. I don't know what my position is with you, Jerry.
Yeah, that's why that man want to go. He finna entertain this Chicago offer.
Man, if I was Mike McCarthy, man, I'm peacing out. First and foremost, I'm peacing out because I'm tired of Michael Parsons.
Look, and he also talked about Zeke too. He said, yeah, because I
let Zeke walk. You talking about an Asian running back. Zeke went to sign with the Chargers. Who cares? We're not talking about a running back. We're talking about a head coach here.
Mm-hmm.
The man that runs the operation. Okay, so if you let him walk, who you gonna go get? Even though there's not that many great coaches out there, I'm not saying Mike McCarthy is the guy for Dallas. Maybe you can get lucky with somebody else. Maybe you can attract a coach that want to come to Dallas. But it's clearly, if I was Mike McCarthy, I don't feel wanted there because, again, the things you continue to say, Jerry.
Yeah, and they haven't even reached out to him about renewing his contract yet, and the contract up, so.
Man, I'm peacing out, man. If I was Mike McCarthy, I'm out. I can't deal with this backwards talking dude. He mo in the news.
It's passive aggressive.
Hey, what my man should say? If you want to play for a team where the GM ain't all in the videos, ain't all in the news, come to death row. Cause that's basically what Dallas is playing for. Like, you playing for some nonsense. So, what's next?
Rex Ryan said he's getting the Jets coaching job.
Let's go, Rex.
That's what I'm talking about, Coach.
Let's go, Rex. I like the idea of Rex Ryan coming back to coaching the Jets, and here's why. Rex Ryan said whether Aaron Rodgers is there or whether he is or there, if he is there, there will not be no country club mentality.
Yeah, he ain't finna have
You will
that.
be at mandatory camp. I don't care who you is. Now, my only worry is, will Rex bring all his brothers back to be on the coaching staff? Because that's kind of what doomed him before.
Yeah.
But he also had a bonehead GM too. Dude that be also on Get Up. I can't think of his name right now. But he the one who drafted butt fumble, Sanchez. So I don't know. I would like to see Rex come back because Rex again. I know Rex is down with Detroit. He definitely rolls with us. Hey, he had on a green suit the other day on Get Up. So shout out to Rex Ryan, man. Hope he gets the job. I think it would be it would definitely be a true culture change with the Jets because Rex Ryan's a real stand-up dude. If any coach I want to see get a job, it would be him. Sorry, but that's just how I feel about Rex Ryan. What's next?
What is Jacksonville doing for a head coach search? And why is there a list when it just needs to be one person? Hey, they want to be sure this time. They tired of throwing their money away.
Okay, so let me run down this list to you who Jacksonville has for their head coach. Let me run this list down to you. Kellen Moore, who was remembered at one point in time the offensive coordinator for Dallas when Dak had that hot run, or Cooper Rush had that hot run. Kellen Moore. Todd Monken, Joe Brady, who was at one point in time the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, and then he was somewhere else. We seen what he could do. Trash.
Yeah.
Liam Coleman. I don't know who the hell he is. Trash. Ben Johnson. Hey, can y'all please leave Ben Johnson off of every list? Okay? Ben Johnson is not leaving us. I've told y'all, I've said this before. Ben Johnson does not sign autographs for little kids. It's the most shameful thing in the world. Even though I'm playing, right? I'm just putting that out there because I don't want Ben Johnson to go nowhere. All right. Robert Saleh, the old head coach from the Jets. Okay. Patrick Graham, and then here we go again. Aaron Glenn. Again. Aaron Glenn does not sign autographs for little kids. He does not need to be a head coach. I'm playing. I love Aaron Glenn too. That's my dog. If you would watch the Pistons game the other day, you see all the love we got for him. That's why we don't want them to leave. I understand being a head coach means a lot. But sometimes it's just being in the group you in. Sometimes that's more satisfying, right? And we can make the money work. If we can make the money work, what's the point of being there? You know, head coach is just the title when we got a brotherhood going on over here. But I say this just to go back to your question is, there's one person that needs to be on this list. There's only one. Actually, now two. One, Jacksonville, go get the GM from Tennessee. Go get that brother, right? And then turn around and go hire the coach I should have hired before you hired Doug Peterson. Doggone it, go hire Byron Leftwich.
Yep.
How many times do I got to say this? Go hire Byron Leftwich. Go hire the guy that you guys drafted years and years ago.
He was affiliated with them.
He was the court. They drafted him. He was the quarterback. He was a franchise quarterback for him. He has an offensive mind. This dude understands it. Go hire him. Don't mess this up.
Or maybe Brian don't want to be bothered with them. You ever thought of that too?
No, man. Byron, go home. He want to go there. He wants that job. He wants to work with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, whatever, but hey. But that's why I said there should only be one name on this list. Byron Leftwich. Before we get to this next topic, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you guys can get all the notifications. Make sure you select all so that way you get all the notifications when we upload a show. And I appreciate that for everyone. What's next?
Deshaun Watson has an injury setback? What was you doing?
How do you have...
What is you doing?
How do you have an injury setback, Achilles injury setback, when all you're doing is sitting at home with your leg up? Or unless you're rehabbing. But from what I see, this is just a plot for the Cleveland Browns to say, okay, Deshaun Watson might have played his official game for us. We might have to eat this money, and we're not going to bring him back. But when he does come back, he knows he's done with us, and we finna draft a quarterback this year.
That's $230 million. They gotta eat. Whew.
Explain an injury. Here, look. Watson has 2 years remaining on it, like you said, $230 contract, and will be making $46 million per year.
Sitting at home. I need that job.
But Cleveland just recently restructured his deal to add another void year in 2029, which means they can spread this $46 million over the time to avoid the cap hit. But again, this it don't even tell you what he injured. Like, what was the setback? So we can't. Deshaun, what were you doing, man?
That's what I want to know. What was you doing?
I mean, we already heard rumors before about, the running upstairs to somebody's house, jumping in the bed, booty naked, in the birthday suit.
Yeah, he did that because she showed suing him behind that.
Right. But, bro, how do you really have a setback on an Achilles injury that you're either hope it happened at rehab or it did not happen when you were just sitting up there with your leg up? Because if this happened when you're sitting there with your leg up, bro, it's official. Your career may be done. There's no other way of looking at this. What's next?
Tyreek Hill hints that it's over in Miami and he's leaving.
Oh, well.
That press conference yesterday was something else.
I mean, look, he came over there to play with a quarterback that if that quarterback's not there, you see what happens. That offense stalls.
Yeah.
And then Waddle has constantly seemed to be hurt over the past 2 seasons as well. So why am I spending my prime years in where I'm not winning anything? And again, we're only going in the direction of this quarterback because our backups are trash.
Yeah, because he said money isn't everything, but money is a big part of it. But he said he's not finna.
Because this isn't about money for him. This is about winning a championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Nobody gets into the league to say, oh, I'm just getting in for the money. No. If you that trash, then yes. That's why you there. Because you luckily got that. Yeah. Most folks is, I want to win a championship.
He won 2 with Kansas City.
And you don't think he won another?
Yeah.
You don't think he won another?
He's been in Miami for what, like 3 years?
3-4 years. So now he wants out. Hey, guess what? I think we can make room in Detroit for you, dog. Ooh, could you imagine him in that offense? J-Mo, Tyreek, Sun God, Khalif.
But his mind got to be right to be in that locker room because Tyreek be on some BS.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what? We're surrounded with a bunch of fool la la. Keep him busy. Again, it's Michigan. He'll be inside the house. It's cold. It's cold.
He can't be speeding in his Lamborghini.
Yeah, no, ain't gonna be none of that going on. We're not doing that. We're not doing none of that. What's next?
All right. Sorry.
Somebody finna get us in trouble.
Oh, it's not.
That thing's still going. Somebody finna get us struck.
Miami suspends Jimmy Butler for 7 games.
Wow, that is first of all, I didn't see this coming. I know a couple shows ago I said Miami was going to win the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes. Maybe I was wrong. I'm changing my opinion. Jimmy Butler said, I will play for any team now.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, well, since you talking smack, we're going to suspend you for 7 games. Detrimental conduct to the team since you can't find your joy with us. You can find it with any other team. And they might not trade you to the team they want you to go to. So guess what? My pool is for the Pistons. Let's go. We got a young core that'll help him. You know, he can help get us to the playoffs. Like, yo, we need that power forward. Am I okay with giving up Tobias Harris? Absolutely. Give up Tobias Harris. Give up Reed, maybe. Man, I'm all for with getting Jimmy Butler. Yes, Jimmy, come to Detroit. We need Jimmy Butler in Detroit, man. That'll definitely change how our defense looks. It will also deal with the turnover issue that we constantly have.
Oh my God! Last night was
right. So
killing it on the turnovers.
But let's see. Pat Riley's a good dude. He ain't gonna take a deal unless it makes sense. But let's hope Trajan Landon can make this deal work. What's next?
Chicago Bulls is going to retire Derrick Rose's jersey number. You think Chicago should be the one to do it?
All right, so initially I had some beef, and here's why. What is D Rose want? Rookie of the year? Maybe a playoff game? Maybe in Chicago?
Yeah, because every other season of Needs was out of commission.
Right? But we know he won Rookie of the Year in 2009, right? And won it as the youngest player, right? At the age of 22. But that's it. And outside of being from Chicago. So I feel like this is a hometown hero, hometown homeboy, retirement type thing. Because he showed enough didn't do nothing Jordan or Pippen did. So I know if y'all retiring D Rose number, I'm hoping y'all plan on retiring Zach LaVine number too eventually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least Zach put y'all in playoff and won some playoff games. But again, D Rose, after playing what? He played there from 2018 to 2016. That's what he did. So from 18 to 16, like where, let's see. They went to the playoffs in 2009, 10, 11, 12, and 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And won no championships. Award accomplishments: most valuable player 2011, 3-time All-Star, All NBA first team in 2011, NBA Rookie of the Year 2009. Oh, he won the MVP in 2011. Rookie of the Year 2009. Skills Champion 2009. Conference Rookie of the Month for 3 months and Conference Player of the Month for 2 months. Like, that's it. And then outside of his huge laundry list of accomplishments that he did playing high school ball in Chicago.
Yeah, this is all hometown send-off. That's what it sounds like to me.
So this is a hometown send-off. Congratulations, Chicago. Congratulations, D Rose, right?
Mm-hmm.
For getting, again, I ain't hating on you because, again, you played for us for a hot minute from 2019 to 21. So, again, before we traded you, in return, again, you played for a couple teams. So, good retirement. Good to see you off. Again, your highlight of your career is what you did in Chicago. So, shout out to D Rose. What's next?
In NBA news, the Pistons are now at 500 and finally have a winning record. About time. Because these games were getting harder and harder to watch. Pause. This is just getting crazy. You know what makes this game even more crazy for me? I'm going to give you some stats from one person. First and foremost, two people. First and foremost, Beasley didn't score until the fourth quarter. He's only put 5 points on the board, right? After playing 29 minutes. But your boy, Tim Hardaway Jr. Yes.
Played 33 minutes. And you said he could shoot the lights out, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did that. He put up 26 points, shot 10 from 15 from the field, right? 6 of 9 from the 3-point, 0 free throws, right? But listen to the rest of these stats. 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 free throws, 0 blocks, 0 steals, and 0 turnovers.
Yeah, just straight shooting.
My boy was just straight shooting.
Yeah, just a shooter gonna shoot.
That's what he's supposed to do, right? And that's what I feel like Beasley's supposed to do sometimes. But again, Beasley kind of filled in a little bit every other place else. My boy Jalen Duren finished with a double-double with 14 points and 12 rebounds. And Cade showed out too with 32, 6 rebounds and 9 assists. So Cade is still continuing to show his all-star potential. Man, look, I'm going to give a shout-out to Ron Holland, man. Ron Holland is balling. This young 19-year-old is showing true athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe he was in the playing over there in the G League, I think they said. Or playing for the some AAU type basketball league. The same place where the Twins came from, but same league, whatever that was. To see this young man come into this league, getting these minutes he's playing, and not being afraid to take the shots he's taking, and not afraid to play defense, Ron Holland is going to be a staple in Detroit for a long time. So we are at 18-18. We are finally at 500. You know what that does? That takes us one out of the tanking pool. We're no longer tanking. We can actually win games. I keep trying to tell folks, we have a team that can win games. We don't need to tank anymore. We just need the ball. This is the first time we won 4 straight in a very long time.
Yeah.
This clearly shows you, even with Jaden Ivey being hurt, we can't wait for him to come back. We have a team that can ball. Just gotta believe. Shout out to JD Bicker staff for finding it out and unlocking these key pieces for these players, man. Because look, what did I say? We're not going to the play-in. We're going to the playoffs. I've been the only one saying this on these YouTube streets. Hell, even analysts don't think we're going to make the play-in, let alone the playoff. So, again, keep it up, Detroit. We are doing what we need to do. Hey, let's keep it going. What's next?
Congratulations to Chauncey Billups on making it to the Hall of Fame. Great job.
Big shout out to Mr. Big Shot, man. Finally getting another one of our boys inside the Hall of Fame. I wonder who he's going to have bring him into the Hall. I'm wondering if it's going to probably be somebody like Ben, but we'll see. Maybe a previous coach. But sorry we had to spoil it for you on your welcome home back to Detroit last night for you, bro. But hey, it's about us, and we needed to get to that 500 ball, so that way we can show the rest of the fans again we can actually win this thing. So shout out to Mr. Big Shot, Chauncey Billups, man, getting into the Hall of Fame. All props and respect due to you, brother. I'm really hoping that again. Your team actually turns around as well, because again, I support Mr. Big Shot, man. I got my Chauncey Billups jersey hanging up in the closet still, right? So again, that's because that's my guy, right? I grew up in them eras. I watched those championships. So, but one final topic before we go, because again, fantasy football season is over, y'all. I wanted y'all to know. Hope you guys did well. Out of my 4 leagues that I was in, right? Yes, I'm in 4. They say if you're in more than 2, there's something wrong with you. And apparently there's something wrong with me, because I'm in 4. Came in 7th in 1. The one that mattered was, well, there's 2 that mattered. The money one, I came in like 4th. Somehow, blame Gino for having a bad game. I came in 3rd place in another, but then there's one that me and Miss NikkiC is in. And hey, what place did you finish, Miss Nikki?
Well, first I want to just say congratulations to a bottle of Jamerson.
That's right. That's right.
For winning the fantasy league this year. The losers came in 3rd place.
Your boy J2DaR won the fantasy football league, y'all.
So I got bronze for 3rd place.
Y'all understand how long I've been in this fantasy league? I checked it. I've been playing in this fantasy league since 2011.
Yeah, we both have.
No, you came in a couple years after that, right?
Okay.
But I've been in this league since 2011. I've just now won a championship. I'm going to retire on these boys. I don't even care no more. I got mine. Get yours. All the competition leaves when I leave anyways. That's how I feel about it anyways, because my team was built that dope. So, but again, I want to dedicate this episode to my father again, who's now, resting in peace down in Kingdom. But this is your boy J2DaR signing out for AwwDacity Sports, and I'm here with your favorite co-host.
All right, y'all.
And we'll catch y'all at the next episode. Peace.